Paul Begley. Can I read something to you real quick from the Bible? And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain, burning with fire, was cast into the sea, and a third part of the sea became blood, and the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Now, you're going to say, oh no, here we go. Another preacher's talking the apocalypse, the end of time, you know. Well, focus with me just for a moment. That's Revelation chapter 8. And I started reading there at verse 8 through verse 11. Now, a couple things have happened this year. Forget all the plane crashes, train crashes, boats overturning in the Congo. Forget all the huge earthquake in Haiti. Forget all of the tsunami, the hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes all over the world. Just forget about them for a moment. The BP oil spill happened on April the 20th. That day is one of the most evil days in the history of mankind. I can prove that to you. Besides the fact it's the day that Columbine happened, the shooting there at that high school. Besides the fact that Adolf Hitler was born on April 20th. It's the day that the BP oil spill exploded in the Gulf of Mexico. And when it exploded, the Deep Horizon oil rig, it fired into the air the blood of 11 men who were tore apart. And besides their blood, also mingled with their blood was crystals, ice crystals that came right out of the well, which caused the explosion in the first place. It built up the pressure. And mixed with the blood and the ice was the fire that come from the well itself. And it rained back down, which is fulfillment of Revelation chapter 16, verse 3. I have no doubt in my mind the second trumpet sounded and God was sending. And you might say, but wait a minute, a third of the sea has got to die. They're dying. I mean, look at the birds that have died. Unreal amount from the oil. Whales have died. Dolphins are dead. Pelicans are dead everywhere. Fish have washed up by the millions. Have you seen those YouTube videos? By the millions, fish have washed ashore in Louisiana. Right now, the bottom of the ocean is covered in what they believe in some places a foot thick of oil. Incredible. It's killing the shrimp, the oysters, all the living organisms, all the little jellyfish. Think of the micro. Think how many fish and creatures of the sea are dying from the BP oil spill. It's an insane amount. Then you're going to say, yeah, but a third? Give it time. Give it 10 years and see if it doesn't add up to approximately a third of all the living creatures in the Gulf of Mexico. When this thing's over, you don't even have a clue the ramifications of what's happened. And I'll take it a step further. A third of the ships, it said, would be destroyed. Do you realize they're repossessing fishermen's boats every day in the Gulf? The little weak paychecks that they're getting, the little unemployment checks from BP and the government is not enough to supply. These guys have to have thousands of dollars in fish that they catch to maintain their livelihoods and pay their boat payments. A third of the boats, fisher boats, will be repossessed, and in the mind of that boat owner, they're destroyed. A third of the men will die. You say that's insane. Only 11 died. That's the initial explosion. How many people are going to die of cancer? How much as the environmental destruction has been caused by the BP oil spill? How many people will actually die long term from the effects of this explosion? The number is astronomical. Now we've got this red sludge in Hungary. This is where I'm going. This thing is insane. Matter of fact, it's flowing. It's flowing all the way to the mighty river of the Danube River. And it's flowed into that river, and now it's going down. It's headed down creeks. It's going into. The fresh water's polluted. It's red. Have you seen it? It's so red. It's like a dead man's blood. It's flowing, as it says in Revelation. And you know what's happening. The fish are dying. It's seeping into the earth. It's toxic red sludge flowing in the Danube River. Are you serious? This thing is horrible. It's going to make the water bitter. It's going to make it poisonous. The third trumpet has sounded. This has been a year of biblical proportions of Bible prophecies being fulfilled at an astronomical rate. It's insane to think of the Gulf of Mexico, how that oil was up on top and how it turned red. And now the Danube River is flowing in red. The creeks and the rivers, the reservoir over. First of all, this reservoir from this aluminum plant, and it had a dam protecting it, keeping all this red sludge contained. The problem they didn't know was God could send rain. He sent 10 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. It broke the man-made dam. And this red sludge is flowing in through a town. It was horrendous. 7 people were dead. 120 are injured. And now this toxic, poison, cancerous, malignant, moving red sludge is flowing through creeks and rivers and washing up on sides of shores of banks, and is now in the mighty Danube River. And it's flowing. Danube, I said Dubai. Danube River, and it's flowing, it's bitter, it's poison, it's toxic, it's insane. But why should I be concerned? Because I'm concerned for the people. Am I shocked? Not really. I've got to the point now. We got homosexuals getting married, and they say it's good. We've got hunger. 20% of the world doesn't have clean drinking water. We have cancers and poisons and pain and things that are happening, and so it's just an insanity what's going on right now. And I want you to know it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Do you know Jesus as your Savior, and are you ready to meet the Lord? I'm Paul Begley. It's going to get worse.